Hey, it's James, Father's Rights and Resources, hashtag How I Got Custody. I just came across this lady's page here. It's called Family Court Corner on Instagram. I haven't checked to see if she's on TikTok. I'm sure she is. But I came across it, and maybe I don't know anything about her, except what her profile says and her bio says. I don't know how effective her services are or anything like that. But let's take a look. I just went through the past few days. I've had about 10 different people call me and say, hey, I saw your videos. I love your videos. I really, really need help. And I say, okay, when would you like to talk? Are you aware of my rates and fees? And they say no. And then I give my rates and fees, and they don't get back to me. So for some reason, people think I should be free. I got $50,000 worth of free information you're not going to get anywhere else, or definitely not from an attorney, on my YouTube channel with all the videos there. And then people are either surprised, shocked, mad. Sometimes people argue with me that I charge anything for my time. Currently an initial consultation with me is 90 minutes for $100. My hourly rate is basically $85 an hour. If you do follow-ups in greater increments of that, you get a little bit of a discount the longer the consultation is. Well, let's take a look at what this lady does. And she went through a divorce, paid $100,000 for an attorney, had a guardian ad litem, and said the father was gaslighting her and all this stuff. And she thought she was going to lose, and she ended up getting custody. So she went through the process like everybody else, and she's going to work with and help you guys. So let's take a look. So if we go to Angela's Family Court Corner and we go to her link tree, she has a book and all this other stuff. She was in the corporate world, a successful businesswoman, I guess. But let's go to her website. And then here we have, documentation app, Family Court Corner over here. Services, on-demand services. Oh, coaching, one-on-one coaching session. Well, if you scroll down and you look at this stuff, she tells her little story. So it says, has personal experience with family court, knows firsthand what it takes to succeed. Well, she spent $100,000 on an attorney and had a guardian ad litem and went through the whole process. So maybe she wants you to spend that much. I don't know. But she does say the attorneys are con artists. So maybe she's going to help you represent yourself or whatever. Well, let's check out our coaching session. And if you want to do a one-on-one coaching session, you can schedule a time. And it's $250 an hour. Okay, that's that's 160. That's 3 times my hourly rate. And what did this lady do? If you look at her, does it have an about section? I know it has an about section. Insights. Somewhere in here is her about section where she talks about, what she did and things like that. So on her insights, she has a whole bunch of stuff. It looks all fancy and cute and everything. So I will give her credit. She has a lot of stuff on here. She has this app on here. What does the FCC app do? Identify chronic issues, track missed parenting time, write everything in one place, stress-free reporting. I guess all of a sudden you don't have any stress anymore. Create reports to build a compelling case for each step of your journey. I mean, a lot of the stuff you could just do raw and organic, and you could, if you know how to type in Microsoft Word, you could just keep track of it and list it. So I don't know why you need an app there, but I guess if it sounds like easy push a button stuff, But this is the thing again, $250 an hour, and I know this lady said somewhere that she went through the family court system. She spent $100,000 on an attorney and a GAL, and she won. So now she's going to tell you how to win. Now, I'm not in competition with this lady or anybody. I'm not in competition with Judge Anthony. He's $750 an hour, but he has the title judge, so that sounds really good to you guys. This lady went through the system and did what everybody else did, and I think she said she was losing for a while. Her kids got taken away, and she was every other weekend mom, or she was scared they were going to be taken away, and the guy's a narcissist and all this other stuff. So she wants to share with you how she won, or how you can win, and give you document prep and things like that. Oh yeah, I forgot to point. So where she says, or her calendar to get an appointment, and she says $250 an hour, talks about one-on-one sessions with Angela, put together a summary, issues, discuss mind shifts, ask questions, you may develop healthy strategies. So navigating high conflict custody battle. Then she says, we do not provide legal advice. And she says, we're going to help you navigate the system, put together a summary of issues, and then talk about strategies for navigating this stuff. But they're not going to provide legal advice. So after being a successful businesswoman and going through a high conflict divorce, this lady is now helping people out. And maybe if she has sometimes on a good day, I might have 4 appointments. I'll go a couple days without appointments, or sometimes even a week with a couple of appointments. So if she has 4 appointments in a day, she's going to make $1,000 a day, $5,000 a week, $20,000 a month. And she's going to try and convince you guys on how to fight in court. That's great if it works. And if it's $250 an hour and you'd rather pay 3 times as much for somebody who went through the system and paid that much for an attorney, you can feel free to do so. But here I am having to fight off people or argue with people or have people text me 20 different screenshots full of text messages, and then I say, I can't do a consult via text message. You're going to have to get a one-on-one consult. Or you can watch my free videos. And then they're going to argue with me and try to negotiate with me. I had one lady, she had a job for a period of time making like $160,000 doing some kind of computer work or IT work. Then she quit that job, and she was married to her husband, and she had only been married for 2 years and wanted like $20,000 a month of alimony, wanted $500,000 lump sum from him, half the house, and his retirement. And then she's trying to negotiate with me for a discount on my rates after she paid like $80,000 for an attorney. This is the kind of insanity that I see and deal with all the time. And I'm sitting here just living paycheck to paycheck. Now, I could do stuff like this, and I could make my stuff a little bit fancier to put on a show for you guys and hustle and bamboozle you. But I want people who look at my videos and see content and quality and reality and real stuff, and not a bunch of hype and a fancy little app so you can organize stuff that you can just do on your own. You don't need an app to write a Word document documenting everything, or to, put exhibits together, or to, turn that stuff into reports. You can slap that stuff together yourself. But this lady's charging $250 an hour, and she did it with an attorney. I got full custody of my daughter when she was 7 months old. A white male getting full custody of his biracial daughter when she was 7 months old, and have helped thousands of dads do the same, getting 50-50, jumping from supervised to every other weekend. I stopped counting at 300 the number of dads I helped get full custody without an attorney. Dads who put on their own trials sometimes. Mostly dads are beating the snot out of the mother and getting on the offensive, and then she surrendered. Some dads won through default. So the moms were a no-show because they're on drugs or whatever. And people told them to go for 50-50 every other weekend. And then I'm like, if you get a default, why would you not go for full custody? And those guys ended up getting full custody because of that. So anyway, $250 an hour for somebody who spent $100,000 on an attorney and left the corporate world to be able to make $1,000 a day from home just yapping with people on the phone, or $85 an hour. Now, the initial consult, you need more than an hour. Everybody needs more than an hour. So I make it 90 minutes because when I used to do initial consults and let people do it for 30 minutes or an hour, everybody go 15 or 20 minutes over and steal time and money from me. So you decide, but one thing I'm not going to do, I'm not going to argue with people over my right to charge for my valuable time. When people like this are hustling people for $250 an hour, or Judge Anthony is charging $750 an hour. If you don't like me, go to these people, or go get an attorney for $400 an hour. Those are your options.